Malaysia's natural ecosystems are among the most impressive in the world, ranging from lowland rainforests, mangrove forests, to swamp forests, hill forests and limestone caves, mountain forests and Alpine meadows, all located near the equatorial line. The beaches, coral reefs, and the marine gardens are filled with colorful life with a variety of shapes and sizes. Malaysia's rainforest is one of the world's major oxygen contributors, although it only covers a small portion of the Earth's surface, but it produces high oxygen supply. This can help maintain air supply for human consumption and control and protect the world's climate. Malaysia's natural ecosystems offer the aesthetic value for all of us to enjoy, such as recreational activities, bird watching, rafting, and diving. Malaysia's limestone topography occupies less than 0.3% of the country's total 330,000 square feet kilometers landmass. The striking limestones formation in peninsular Malaysia, especially those found in the northern and eastern limestone belt, are mainly compact limestone hills containing high level of calcite. These limestone mesas have undergone extensive weathering and erosion to create a typical rugged topography known as tower karst. Tower has protruding jagged peaks with craggy steep cliffs which sometimes can be practically vertical. Theoretically, limestone sedimentary rock is formed from the precipitation of separation of the whitish crystalline mineral calcium carbonate from seawater. Under the ideal conditions of warm, shallow seawater, these corals accumulate to form thick layers of calcareous debris, then compress the lower layers while powdered shells and lime mud fill the pore spaces between strata. As the downward pressure increases and the temperature of the debris mass rises, chemical precipitation occurs, separating the calcium carbonate compound out of saltwater solution as limestone. One of the popular attractions in Kinta Valley is the limestone formation and interesting karst phenomena. The existence of limestone caves around Kinta Valley indirectly contributes to country's treasure that is important. Limestone caves in Kinta Valley is a natural heritage that has its unique attraction. It is a natural treasure and really important asset to our country. All of these limestones provide a massive contribution to research area with a few discovery of artifacts and fossils. Apart from its amazing landscape, limestone caves in Kinta Valley also preserve the flora and fauna in its natural habitat. There are more than 80 limestone caves around Perak State. One of the most well-known limestone cave in Perak is Gua Tempurung. Gua Tempurung is a 1.2 km long cave in Gunung Tempurung, a limestone hill in the Kinta Valley, Perak. Studies have shown that the cave has undergone a complex and long history of development. Its formation can be related to the evolution of the Kinta Valley landscape with evidence preserved in the cave. The cave is estimated to be between 250 to 400 million years old. It was discovered on 1887 by Aboriginal people of Batik clan. Gua Tempurung is the largest cave in Perak. There are 5 large chambers, so the name of the cave is taken in conjunction with its dome that looks like in the inside of coconut shell. According to Encik Shakira, a cave ranger at Gua Tempurung, Aboriginal people who used this cave did not use it as their home. This information has been derived from Batik's Tok Batin itself. These caves are only used as their connecting routes to shorten the distance traveled across Gunung Tempurung. Besides, this cave also been the place for Batik's clan to find their food source. The cave was first identified in 1887 in the map of Perak Malay Peninsula, which indicate a mountain spelled as Gunung Tempurung. The cave was also known locally as Gua Perah. Perah is a type of fruit that is similar to rubber seed. In the old days, there were many perah trees near the cave. Before 1935, tin mining activities on small scale took place in the cave. During the World War II, the cave became a refuge for locals from the invading Japanese. The Malayan emergency period saw the cave being used by the communists as their hideout. The cave walls have hand-drawn pictures and words by the communists. Gua Tempurung is at least the second largest cave system in peninsular Malaysia. The caverns are beautifully adorned with stalagmites, stalactites, limestone pools, calcite crystals, and pillars. Gua Tempurung has an active subterranean stream which as long as 1.9 km. The stream emanates from the forest slopes of the granitic Gunung Cantik and enters limestone at the base of Gunung Tempurung, flowing underground for a few hundred meters and re-emerging near the Gunung Tempurung. Rainwater descending through the edge of the weathered limestone formation, creating gorge pools, sinkholes, stalagmites, stalactites before draining out through meadows tunnels or underwater streams. This has resulted in a karst topography in which limestone hills are part of the tower karst phenomenon, exposed by the combination of folding and uplifting of the underlying bedrock and the weathering of their surroundings. After the emergency period, mining activities in the area resumed. In 1975, Perak State Government appointed a cave researcher and enthusiast, J. Crowler, of the German Society of Caving, to carry out research on Gua Tempurung. In 1995, work to develop Gua Tempurung as a destination began in stage. The cave was opened to public on November 1997. An entrance fee were introduced and collected. The cave managed to attract both locals and foreign tourists coming from Europe, Australia, the United States, New Zealand, Singapore, and other Asian region countries. On the limestone hills are found many plant formations unique in Malaysia, comprising many species not found in non-limestone habitats. Kinta's limestone flora has been interest to the great botanists of Malaya since 19th century. There is many bed resting in the high ceiling overhead and the cave flow showered by the guano from the beds. The cave also houses myriad of interesting subterranean organisms such as cave crickets, long-legged cave centipedes, the endemic primitive trapdoor spider that is known from Gua Tempurung, blind catfishes, bats, and possibly freshwater crabs too. Encik Shakira tells that Gua Tempurung has a lot of bats from microbat species. The microbat consumes insects as its diet. These bats help ecosystems by controlling the extreme breeding of insects in the surrounding ecosystem of Gua Tempurung. The most common type of dripstone formations are stalactites and stalagmites that develop on the roof and floor of a limestone cave. The size and shapes are varied. Often, an overhanging stalactite and an upward-reaching stalagmite will fuse together to form columns. Stalactites and stalagmites are formed when acid rain dissolves carbonate elements in the limestone rock when it seeps through the rock's surface crack. As the water evaporates, the diluted elements crystallize to form stalactite that protrude down from the roof, from which the carbonate solution dripping will form the stalagmite that protrude up from the floor. The slow and irregular dripping of the carbonate solution from the overhanging stalactite usually produce a stalagmite with a layered structure in various forms. The cave walls found here consist of fine sand-like crystals. Some of the walls are wet and watery. The cave looks shimmering when exposed to a light bulb. This atmosphere will give a golden color mood in vicinity. Various rock formations abound in more than 10,000-year-old natural wonder exist here in Gua Tempurung. Gua Tempurung is a limestone cave in peninsular Malaysia that hold amazing view of stalagmites and stalactites. There are a lot of preservation works that need to be done by the authority to protect Gua Tempurung from all this natural heritage is something that Malaysians should be proud of and appreciate it. We hope that Gua Tempurung will be preserved for our future generations.